Well, hello, everybody. Mr. Bowman. Hey. Uh-oh.
Hey,
There you go.
I
Got you
love
now.
your shirt. No, I'm saying that shirt. I wanted to show my logo. Look at you all dressed up.
Ah,
Woo! You're loud and proud. Look at
how
it.
you doing, bud? Look at the shirts behind you, though. Holy
I
man.
know. Hey, it's when you're a professional athlete like myself, and you gotta, instead of the wife wants me to throw them all away, but like they say, I can't throw that stuff away, right? So.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the third of the Great Ontario Getaway Giveaway Contest reveal. It's not a draw, although there is a draw element to it, I suppose, when you
Yes.
think of the fact
Yes.
that we'll be drawing a lodge for each one of the contestants.
Yes.
However, I was reading while we were preparing to go on air, I was reading some of the comments that were taking place in the green room with some of the people who are waiting to for the show to start. And Calvin, by the way, hi, Calvin. Calvin said something about good luck to everybody, and somebody mentioned back, I don't think luck has anything to do with it, Calvin. It takes a lot of hard work. Richard Hansen said this. It takes a lot of hard work to win, not luck. So there's already some jostling going on behind the scenes here today, because the truth of the matter is that it takes a little bit of both. Hard work for sure, and especially this month, by the way. I have to tell you, Pete and I were up late last night, because I'll be frank with you, normally we know within about, I'd say 90% certainty who is going to win about 10 hours beforehand, unless a major miracle happens. We kind of know who the winners are going to be. Let me tell you, this one, until we cut off the voting, we didn't know. That's how
crazy.
close.
Yeah, that was nuts. And the amount of votes. Thank you, everybody, for working even harder. The amount of votes now, people are really starting to get into this, and they really know that how much effort it takes. But with everybody being so close, everybody's having playing the game properly. It's cool. It's they were close. Yeah, it was neat.
So, in a nutshell, there were 100 people. 100 people that could have won this thing right up until, I would say, 6-7 hours before the voting closed. There were 100 of you that could have won it. That's how close it was. And then you could put a tissue paper over top of the last 10. That's how close the voting was. I mean, it was just neck to neck. So anyways, hats off to all of you.
Yeah, it's neat. It's neat. It's really neat seeing the progression from month to month to month, right? This is the third month. It's going up. Like Nanj and I we said it last night. We said, "Wow, what's next month going to be for votes?" Crazy. People are digging deep and working hard. So it's cool. It's fun.
Anyways, we're gonna reveal those 5 winners, and we're going to spin the wheel to see where we're going to be going here in a couple of minutes. First, there's some news items we want to go over, Pete.
Yeah, and by the way, everybody, if we can, we will try and answer a question or two off to the right-hand side. If it's kind of between whatever, if we can do it, people like to ask the odd fishing question. As long as it's not too long and elaborate of an answer, we'll definitely give it a shot. Yeah, in fishing news on the fishingcanada.com site. I mean, if anybody doesn't go there, we found a really neat one there. The latest one was the snagging salmon legally in Alaska. And that's when Ange and I freaked out at. So there was an emergency. Is it called an emergency order, Ange? What do they call that?
It's an emergency order, and it's from the Game and Wildlife folks in Alaska.
Yeah. So, what happens is in certain instances, I believe this is for stocked Chinook salmon, and they get into a lagoon and they overpopulate the lagoon. And in order for these fish to be taken, they're not biting or whatever. People aren't getting enough lines in there for normal fishing, so they allow snagging for a weekend. That just happened last weekend. So can you imagine these people are all lined up and snagging these Chinooks? But then Ange looked into it. He says, "This is insane. What do you do?" So then he looked up, and the first YouTube thing he saw was guys fishing sockeye salmon in rivers legally on YouTube and teaching you how to snag. It was like there was tutorials. And then,
they were how-to videos on snagging salmon.
And it's so you got to go to our site and just check out, hit one of the links. You'll see it on that story. It's so bizarre to see that, and these guys are proud of it. They're just, and it's perfectly legal. So I guess,
let's be honest about it. We're very singularly minded. I'm assuming everybody watching this event right now thinks the same way we do. And we're, conservation and preservation of our wildlife is the most important thing to us. So whenever we hear things that are a little bit off the beaten path or off color, as far as we're concerned, like snagging, we just get all bristly. But it's all relative to where you are and
exactly.
what's normal for you, right? So
exactly.
We probably shouldn't be too quick to judge those folks.
Oh yeah, you know what? If the department is putting these rules in place, certain sections of rivers and a lagoon or whatever, there's a reason for that, right? They're calling out, maybe there's just too many salmon in these little areas, and they're going to die anyways. Who knows what it is? You know what I mean? But their ministry is making the rules up. So Clint Ducharme, are you guys doing? We're doing a little bit of fishing, Clint, but not a whole lot yet. But now that the Saturday will be the last bass season open, the smallmouth in Zone 20. Once that's all open up, and that's going to be good for everybody. But we've done all right. We've done, we've got a few. No giants yet. But,
not yet. We're keeping that for when we all come out of our caves here the next few days and roam free once more. We'll get some of the big ones for sure. Yeah. David McLaughlin is on with us. Hi, David, from Sault Ste. Marie. David, of course, is one of the people that was instrumental in putting on the Great Ontario Getaway giveaway. And so he's on with us today. Hopefully things are all good up in the Soo. Tim Sturgis, all the usual folks are here. Doug Atkinson from Aurelia.
Look at these people, eh? I saw somebody from Greater. Hey, Napanee boy, Jason from Napanee. Attaboy, Jason. Very quickly again, there's one news article I really want to hit on again, and I know Angelo will just say, please talk about this, is yet another death in the U.S., in Louisiana and Toledo Bend Reservoir, but it was a death of a man over 70 years old that had some boat problems, tried to come back in on his trolling motor. There still hasn't been said as to how he died, but they did find him without his personal flotation device on. And as you see us all the time, we're not going to say do it and yell at you and scream at you, but we would really pray that more people would start wearing these things, more, especially the inflatables.
Unlike Pete, I will scream at you. There is no reason in the world for anybody today, in today's day and age, there's no reason in the world for anybody to go out on a boat without a personal flotation device of some sort, whether it's the inflatable like Pete mentioned or the old-fashioned type. It's about saving lives. It's not about fashion. It's really not about comfort. It's about saving your life. So unlike Pete, I will scream at you. Shame on you. Put it on.
There you go. And trust us. We can say it. We keep saying it time and time again. We wear our inflatables all the time, and it will be part of your fishing attire, and you won't even notice it on. I swear to God. I hated it at first. I didn't like it at all. I thought the better of it. I'm setting the hook. I had to get close to my body. I get all this little stuff. No, it doesn't matter. You get so used to it. It's just part of your equipment. You put it on and you go fishing. So I just wanted that was one news story that I really want to hit on. And I hope everybody can.
Kind of coincidental that Tim Sturgeon asks that question about getting the trusted methods, or I'm assuming safe methods of getting someone unsteady on their feet into an aluminum boat. Yeah. It's a great question. I'm not familiar with any one particular method that I've heard of.
I've heard of guys going in the water, though. I have heard of that.
Oh, yeah.
Getting out on the dock. And it's, I hate to say this, but you're on a trip with the boys, a couple of wobbly pops into you, or maybe 6 or 7 of them into you. You're not so steady on the dock anymore. You know what I mean? A life jacket could save your life by just in that right at the dock. Because if you go in, you hit your head, somebody can't, whatever reason, who knows? You can't predict it, but you can die. So
speaking of which, not
the wobbly pops.
Let's not forget to say hello to our friend Richard Corkum from the East Coast, our resident blue noser here on fishingcanada.com. There you go.
Richard.
There you go. You got your plug. All right.
And then there's just a few more articles on there. We put up 10 essential items in Fishing Canada's Prince Craft boat, the stuff that we carry, which I think people would be interested in. That's on fishingcanada.com. Top 10 ram truck essentials for anglers. Fishing Canada's top 10 live bait riggings. We put some live bait riggings that I think some people will be surprised at some of them that are in there. And one that has created some controversy, as it always will when it comes to hotspots, is top 10 Canadian walleye hotspots, because we're getting lots of flack. What about Lake Erie? What about Detroit River? Yeah, those are fantastic too. We can only give you 10. We wanted to give 10 that weren't so known by everybody. You know, the Bay of Quinte, we didn't put the Bay of Quinte in there, okay? We'll add them in sometime. We'll have a new list for that. This was just a list of sort of smaller or different lakes, you know, all around the globe, or not the globe, but around the province. And yeah, so... you know what I mean? Check them out, please. That was Canada. Sorry, that wasn't just the province. That was Canada.
Before we move on, because we got to get moved up, but we have to talk quickly about a story that I've originally read in a Toronto Star or Sun. Sorry, and then I came in to work that day, and Pete had read it too, so we discussed it about the man who got swallowed by a whale. Like, how bizarre is that?
A lobster diver.
Lobster diver. That is nuts.
Well, he didn't get swallowed. He got bit, not bit, in the mouth of the whale, right? So he went in this giant, he felt something, he felt some suction, and all of a sudden, whoosh, lights out. It was just complete black. And I mean, some people are calling it BS. They're saying there's no way a whale wouldn't take anything that big in. It wouldn't spit it out instantly or whatever. But you got to give the guy the benefit of the doubt, right? I mean, how do you make up something like that? You know, why now, as a lobster diver, you've been known for so long, why would you make it up now? But what story? Could you imagine if that happened to you? Thank God it didn't have teeth. Thank God it didn't have shark teeth, or you know, something.
It still caused them some bodily harm. So you want to read that story. It's all available on fishingcanada.com. We put stuff up on a regular basis, anything that we find amusing or interesting. Not necessarily funny. Some of it is tragic, but we do our best to report to you what we think is important to know in the fishing and outdoor community. All available there on fishingcanada.com. Before we read the 5 finalists, Uncle Jack wants us to make sure that he knows, or everybody knows, that he wears his life jacket in the bathtub. There, Jack, you got your plug. How's that?
Nice, Jack.
All right.
Can you take a picture of that, little video of that, Jack, for us?
Oh, don't tell him. Don't tell Jack that, because he will.
Why not?
Because he will. That's why.
I'm sure everybody would like to see that, wouldn't they?
All right. Number 1 finalist this month for the Great Ontario Getaway Giveaway. And number 1, but I got to tell you something. It's not anywhere near a land. No, I won't even say that. Number 1, very fortunate to be number 1, because number 2 was just a blink behind. And had we left the doors open for another hour, I'm sure that the top 5 could have completely rotated. But number 1 this month, and I'll read his letter. It's titled The Dream Trip. If I was to pick what my favorite trip would be, I have only a few requirements. I would want to go to Northern Ontario. It's a good start, considering this is a Northern Ontario contest, but that's fine. So that worked. I would love to do muskie fishing, so very particular about the species. And the only last requirement I would want is to share it with my father. He was the one who got me into fishing, so I feel that it's only right for him to come with me. And
very nice.
That story belongs to Tyler Mellor, Mellor. Congratulations, Tyler. You and your father, I guess, are going to be off to a great adventure very soon. All we have to do is spin the old wheel, and hopefully Tyler's with us.
That is awesome. I don't know. How old is Tyler?
That's a great question.
He might be coming on here. So hang on a second.
I'm not entirely sure how old Tyler is, but he also should be here in 4 minutes.
4 minutes?
Because you did say to him 4:20, and it's currently 4:16.
Oh, yes. He's working. He's working. And we will not move on to another one. We will. How about a question to the right there? How about a question from somebody?
Is there
Let's see.
decent fishing around Burlington?
Whoa.
Boom. There's your question.
Decent fishing around Burlington. Well, it depends on what you're going after. There's within a half hour of Burlington, there's probably some of the best fishing anywhere for just about any species.
And
However,
there, yeah. Go ahead.
one of the species that I think would be prevalent around in and around the Burlington and probably within walking distance of where anybody lives in Burlington would be carp.
Yeah.
And I know that might sound weird to those of you who have not experienced our tremendous carp fishery that we have in this province, but some of the best carp fishing takes place in the Golden Horseshoe area. It's absolutely outstanding. So
you know what? There's another story that it's a proven story that I saw. It's directed towards the Hamilton, Burlington area and all that. Is that there's walleye there, and there's big walleye there, and it's been proven because they did a walleye tracking study one time, and a fish swam from the Bay of Quinte out, a tagged fish, out into Lake Ontario and all the way to Hamilton Harbor and all of Burlington Bay, wherever it was, and then all the way back. And it's proven.
What species? What species?
Walleye. A walleye. Did that. It was a radio transmitter tag, and they showed the route of it, and it was like, oh my God, where's this fish going? All the way to there, out to Hamilton, Burlington, and then all the way back.
They must have mentioned the distance. What sort of kilometers are we talking?
Oh God, buddy, I don't even know what they probably did mention it, but that's a long trip in the open lake. That's like salmon. That's like a Chinook salmon doing that.
Well,
right?
I was going to say we marvel at that, but every year our West Coast salmon go thousands of miles through the ocean, Pacific Ocean, and back to their home streams in the Delta, the BC Delta, and we don't think much of it, but that's a journey and a half.
Yeah, there's so many stories. A very quick one again. I was on Eagle Lake talking to a really seasoned guide. Sorry, Nick, but there was a muskie that was tagged, a telemetry tag in it, and this fish traveled was either 13 or 18 miles a day to feed, and 18 miles back every day.
Wow.
Don't say wow. You're just patronizing me there.
I am, because Tyler's now here, so I'm gonna pull Tyler on in, and we
I
can.
think Tyler liked that last little story I told.
Hello.
Hey, Tyler. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. Yourself?
Fantastic. Congratulations, man. You are number one this month. And I'm going to tell folks out there, all 5 of these finalists this month worked their asses off. We could see it. We could see it. Worked their asses off. So congratulations, buddy. Great job.
Thank you.
But I got to tell you something. The luck was involved because you won number 1 by the skin of your teeth. All right. number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Like you could feel their breath on the back of your neck. That's how close they were. So, anyways, great job, man.
Well done. Tyler, how old are you?
I'm 18.
18.
Perfect. And you're keen for fishing? That is amazing.
Have you ever been to a Northern Ontario or any lodge for that matter?
I have been up in North Bay.
Okay.
So into a lodge, stayed in a few cottages. So I have.
Were you on Lake Nipissing when you were up there?
Yes, I was up by Lake Nipissing. Yep.
Nice.
Right on Lake Nipissing.
Nice.
So, Tyler, without divulging all of your secrets, what did you do to win this contest?
If I'm going to be honest, it was more my dad more than anything.
Right on.
So I had kind of mentioned it to all my family members, but my dad really wanted this for me.
Wow.
Nice.
So I think he was the real workhorse of this.
That's amazing. That's fantastic.
I also see that he's been commenting.
Yeah, I just saw that on the side here. So what did you and your dad do? And I'm asking you to, you don't have to give us the nitty gritties, but for people listening that have not won yet and would like to win over the course of the next 2 months, what can you share with them that could help them?
My recommendation would be reach out to your friends, family, even just mention it. Like, it doesn't take much time. Like, Okay, I kind of read what they popped up on my screen.
No,
Apparently, that is also one way.
we know that
But
guy.
friends and family is how I did it, and I guess that is how my father also got me votes. But with just ask, the worst they can say is no.
Yeah, absolutely.
We shouldn't, but we will. We're going to make one quick comment here about Tyler's father. He was in the contest as well. So the difference between Tyler and his father, though, was that Tyler, you must have done something that your father didn't do.
I did. Well, my father mentioned it on Facebook as well. I more mentioned it to my in-person friend, like through a lot of my social media and through some of my friend groups that I still remain in contact through this entire situation, as well as I also did mention it to people at work. And I guess with the culmination of my father, I think it's mainly my father who did it, probably through Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that in culmination with the occasional friend, I think is what that hair.
You took him down because you did your work and then he did his work. He did his work for you and him. You did your extra work for you, and that just took him down. That's freaking awesome. I'll tell you, Dad, how to win this game. I love it. That's great.
At the end of the day, congratulations to your father too, because obviously he is going with you on this trip, or at least he better.
Nice.
I think it'd be rather rude of me if I didn't at this point with how much work he's put in. I wouldn't be a very good son.
Do you fish a lot together, Tyler? Do you and your dad fish a lot together?
Not as much as we should.
Right.
We try to get out as much as we can because I work, he works, and whenever we can, it's always, hey, you available this weekend? You working this weekend?
Nice.
Yeah.
So anytime that we get to, we try to.
Okay.
Good.
Any particular species? If you could, obviously you're going to spin the wheel, so it's all done by random luck, I guess. But is there any particular thing that you're looking into this trip?
You just read it out, Angelo. It's muskie.
Muskie.
Wow, that's
not
that's
right.
That's right.
I didn't have to think about that one.
Yeah, that's right.
Good man.
And I'll tell you, there are a lot of great musky lakes that are on the wheel, so your chances are pretty good of getting one.
But cross the fingers.
But it's luck of the draw. So I guess if we're ready to go, whoever's in charge, I think Nick's in charge of the wheel this week. So go ahead and spin her, Nikki.
A lovely sound effect.
Good luck, Tyler.
Excellent Adventures Outpost. I don't even know. I don't know that one, to be honest with you.
I have not. I'm not familiar with that one at all.
Well, it's an outpost, so it's an outpost. So that's a good thing right there, man. They're fun. They're like, you get out there, Tyler, and that's awesome. You're gonna like that.
Congratulations, buddy. So you'll get all the information. Our team will hook up with you, and they will put you in touch with the operator and all that stuff. You guys work it out. You've got from now until the end of 2022 to fulfill your adventure. So if it doesn't happen for you this year, that's cool. You can book it for next year. But you guys will figure all that out. And hopefully they're at a great musky lake, man.
All right.
That'd be
that would be optimal. I just want to thank you guys for this opportunity.
Oh, our
You're
pleasure.
welcome, buddy. We're glad you won. You're a very deserving contestant, that's for sure. So well done.
Thanks, buddy. And congratulations, Dad.
Yeah, Dad, you're going fishing to an outpost. Nice.
Tyler Miller, our #1 winner this week. 4 more to go.
You know what? Just the outpost trip with Tyler and his dad. Think about how cool that's going to be. That is going to be friggin' awesome. You know what I mean? If they could buy another trip in, if they want to add a family member too, if they have more, you know what I mean? They could make it a little bit, more if they wanted, because depending where it is. But that is getting out and getting away with fishing with your dad. That's cool.
without knowing anything about this particular operation, just the virtue of its name would suggest to us that it is a true outpost camp.
Jack's
which
at Red Lake, Ontario.
Red Lake?
That's up there. That's awesome.
Wow, good work, Jack. So what's going to happen there? Obviously, this is going to be one of those cool fly-in trips where they're going to basically fly you in. The plane's going to land. They're going to unload all your gear with you, including the food that you brought in, and then they're going to fly away and see you in whatever number of days this trip is. And you will not see or hear from another human being until they fly you back out. And there is something, let me tell you, there is something magical about the moment that float plane taxis away from the dock and lifts off. That second when you realize, holy crap, like this is it. There is something magic. Still to this day, and Pete and I have done, I don't know, 1,000 of those trips. There's still something magical about it, even for us.
It definitely on their website, because I went ahead and Googled it just now.
Yeah.
They might not have muskie, but they have some huge northerns.
Pike, yeah.
Excellent. So you
Cool.
know what?
Just
That might
giants.
even be better for Tyler
Might
because
even.
he can get the big muskies. You know, he can do that from here on in, but he might not ever get a chance at going for a 45-inch northern or something like that. You know what I mean? That's a rare chance. Rarer than going for a 50-inch muskie. It really is. So that's, and he's going to get a good tune-up of another ESOC. I'm sure he's got pike before, but when you go after those hands, you know, you get a 40-inch pike, even a 35-inch pike. It's a riot, but you get a 40-plus. It's like, oh my God,
I'm excited for them, man. I'm really excited for them for sure. All right, number 2, and as I said before,
Tyler has not caught northern pike, so this will be a great experience. Oh, fantastic!
Oh, fantastic!
That is magic right there. That is so cool. Okay.
Number 2, and as I said before, Tyler could feel her breath on the back of his neck. That's how close number 1 and number 2 were, and number 3, 4, and 5 for that matter. Is Amanda Miller, Millar.
That's great. That's a close name, eh? That's right. I didn't even see that. Wow.
And Amanda was, I mean, we got more comments on this image on our website this month than just about any other photo
look at
there.
Look at that
this, by the way, is Amanda's granddaughter that is in the picture. So I think Amanda owes a little bit of credit to this young lady. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah, that
sure
would
do.
There she is. How are you, Amanda?
Good. How are you? Are we too
Fantastic.
dark for you?
You're
Yeah, it's a little
but,
dark.
You know, that's what usually I try to keep Ange in the dark as well, but somehow in these live casts he puts the lights on for some reason. So.
Try to. Let me just. I'm going to close my curtain quickly.
You look like you're on the witness protection plan right now, to be honest with you. All we have to do is garble your voice a little bit and be perfect.
That's awesome.
There you are.
A little better.
You are.
That's good enough.
Okay.
That's good
Hi,
enough.
guys.
Hi there.
How
you doing?
Good. Let me read the story that Amanda posted on her contest. It's the title is "You and Me Go Fishing in the Dark." Do you know the song "Fishing in the Dark" by the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band? To be able to experience this with my husband would be my exact idea of a dream fishing trip. Also, to be able to catch species of fish we haven't caught before would be very exciting. A record fish would be great just for the books. Thank you, everyone, for this awesome opportunity. Photo credits to our beautiful granddaughter. There you go.
What a great picture that is, guys. What a great picture.
And I'm assuming, I'm going to make an assumption. I could be wrong. I don't want to get you in trouble. I'm assuming this good-looking young man beside you is going to be going on a fishing trip very soon with you.
Sure is. This is Lloyd.
I am.
Hey,
How you
Lloyd.
doing, buddy? Good. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Well, congratulations to both of you. I know how hard you have worked to win this, and hats off to you. Absolutely incredible job. However you did it, I would like you to share a little bit of the secret with some of the folks out there watching that have aspirations just like you to enjoy one of these wonderful trips. Is there anything you can give them that would help them for next month's event?
Well, to be honest with you, it was our kids that drove it. Mom, vote. Did you vote, Mom? Did you vote, Mom? Did you vote, Mom? So it was just rallying up our family and friends. And I had no idea I was even in the top 10. Like, this is awesome. Absolutely awesome.
That is fantastic.
And by the way, getting those top 10, we worked late last night because we the day before, I believe 24 hours before the end of each contest, we do send out reminders to the top 10 to let them know that they're in the top 10 so that they can, put a little extra push on. But last night, it just getting the top 10, it kept fluctuating every second. The numbers just changed so drastically. We had to finally say, okay, now, and so out it went, and you folks received the email from Nick, obviously letting you know that you were in the top 10. How did you feel at that point? Did you feel pretty good?
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't know until 12:09 today when I looked at my spam folder and saw the 2 emails.
The good old spam folder. Hey, gets everybody.
It was like excitement at work and just, whoa, this is awesome.
Oh my
Wow.
God. That is fantastic. That's good. Good for you. That's a great surprise to have on the same day that you're going to get the draw, right? That's better.
And he's retiring, so this is going to be awesome for us, for him.
Wow.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Wow.
Where do you live?
Waterloo, Ontario.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Nice. That's good. That's good.
Have you two been on a remote wilderness experience like this before?
Yes, we have. We actually have a hunting camp up in Dorset.
Oh, cool.
Good for you. Okay. Cool. So you're no stranger to black flies and mosquitoes.
No, and we have kids that live in northern Ontario too. So
nice.
Oh, good. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, Dorset's nice. That's a nice little area. It's not too far. You don't have that long a drive, right? Do you?
No, it's about 5 hours door to door.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Perfect for a hunt.
There's only one thing missing. We need to figure out where you folks are going to go.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Here we go, Nikki.
Let the dog bark your luck.
Yeah.
Bull Lake Outfitters. Again, another one I hadn't heard of before. That's awesome, though. I mean, I'm sure that every one of these is good on here. So you Google it up. I'm sure Jack's probably going to Google it up for us, or Nick is going to Google it up.
Somebody will let us know here in a couple of minutes. Is there any particular species of fish that you would like or hope that this Bull Lake Outfitters could put you onto?
Not necessarily. I think we'd be happy with anything we get. It's once in a lifetime opportunity. So
nice.
We just want to thank you for that.
Thank you very much, guys. This is awesome.
You're welcome.
It's our pleasure, man. The moments like this make it all worthwhile, don't they? And I'm sure you feel the same way with the hard work that's gone into this. So
I do have to say thank you to my granddaughter Portia for being such a beautiful picture poser.
That's a great picture.
Yeah, like she almost deserves something. You got to give her something.
That's right.
Look at that picture.
Awesome.
It gets no better than that.
That's so awesome.
You get her a giant ice cream cone tonight, okay? Get her something like that. Just spoil her.
I will for sure.
All right, guys. Listen, congratulations once again. Thank you very much for participating, and all the best on your adventure. Let us know, by the way. It's really important that you take a lot of pictures and jot down some great memories. And when you come back, please let us know how it went, and we'll relay the story to the folks who are watching here.
Perfect. We will do that.
Thanks again, guys. What you guys are doing is awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. You're quite welcome. Enjoy your trip.
Wow, that's fantastic. Amanda.
Okay, so north of Massey. Okay, that's a good area. There might be Sabo River. We shot there a couple of years ago. There's great smallmouth. We got brook trout. There's pike. This would be a nice trip for them. Wow. That's a great area. Very cool. And by the way, just to let everybody know, I don't know, maybe Jordan or Nick can help me on this one if we got it up on the site. But just beforehand, we had Raven, our first draw fifth place winner, Raven, has already taken her trip. She went to Marmac Lodge, and she sent us some amazing images like you wouldn't believe it. So they're on fishingcanada.com right now, I believe, or they will be very soon. Check it out. This is the stuff you're going to experience when you win a trip in this contest. And thanks to Raven and her boyfriend, they had a riot. They got they got whitefish. They got a little wee brook trout in the Rock Lake and all that. So check it out, please.
What was especially nice about that particular story that they sent and the images is that Pete and I are both very familiar with where they went. And so it's really great to kind of relive our memories of those trips through her images that she sent. It was fantastic.
Yeah. And she got a 30-inch walleye, by the way, on the Snuggie in that trip. A 30-inch walleye, her personal best so far.
Personal best.
That's a 10-pound walleye right there, folks. So, so it can happen.
So number 3, before we go anywhere with number 3, we do have to throw something out there. And that is that this particular individual made a request when they entered into the contest, made a very particular request regarding the potential destination if they should be so fortunate to win one of these great trips. There was a medical request that they put in the application because he is going to, and I'll let it out of the bag, it's a he, but his fishing partner is his wife. And because of medical situations, she cannot do a fly-in trip. So he kindly asked that if he was lucky to win one of these trips and if he was fortunate enough to draw a fly-in, which I know everybody would love, if we would maybe redraw and get him a drive-in as opposed to a fly-in, which
absolutely.
We said, of course, it's a no-brainer. So,
now, just let everybody listen here. No request the opposite. Don't try and bullshit us here now. Oh, I can't do a drive-in. I got to do a fly-in because it ain't going to happen. Okay, that's a very special, non-selfish request to give up any fly-in that can go on. That'll stay on the wheel for everybody else. He will take a drive, or he'll take a drive too. So. Yeah.
But as we've said here many times on this very program, I mean, some of my more memorable and fondest memories of fishing trips have been drive-ins.
Oh my God, there's so many good ones out there in this province. There is so many good ones that you have. Like it's maybe a misconception that there's no good fishing because it's a drive. That is so wrong. That is so wrong. So
in finishing in number 3 position, and once again, like inches away from number 1. Is Otto Boone. Now, I believe Otto is not with us on this broadcast.
Yeah, Otto's working today. He has to work. He's busy right until 6 o'clock. So,
but let me read Otto's story. It's entitled "To Fish Where No One Has," and the story says, "I would consider anywhere I am with my wife to be a fishing trip of a lifetime." Now, how sweet is that? Anywhere that he can be fishing with his wife is a fishing trip of a lifetime. It's fantastic. It would be a dream trip to fish with her where no one else has fished, that no person has touched. However, with my wife having flying restrictions, we are limited. I would love to surprise her with a trip of a lifetime like this.
Nice.
How can you not vote for that?
Yeah, no kidding.
Vote for that.
No kidding, buddy.
Anyways, Otto did extremely well. Tremendous number of votes. As Pete mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, this was a record-breaking month for us in terms of votes and participation, for that matter. But in terms of votes, it was absolutely breathtaking, the jump that everybody took this month. You could see that things were starting to get clearer.
Right? It's crazy how every month is doing. They're going here, and then all of a sudden, boom! It's a whole new level. Wow! And then all of a sudden, boom! It's a whole new level. It's going to be so cool seeing the next two. So
what we're going to do for Otto Boone right now, we're going to spin the wheel, but our team, Jordan and Nick, are going to quickly, whatever it comes up with on the wheel. If Pete and I are not familiar with the operation, they're going to quickly look up what the trip entails, and if it is a fly-in, we're going to redraw for Otto until we get him a drive two. Okay?
Perfect.
All right. Let her go, buddy.
Let her howl, Thurston. Let's see what we got here. Cranes Lockhaven. That's a drive-to. I think that's on the Lower French, I believe.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
Susan owns that place. Wow, that is fantastic! What a great experience that's going to be. Congratulations to Otto and his wife. They can drive right to it. It's about a 4.5, 5 hour drive from here, depending on where Otto is. But it's perfect, absolutely outstanding. Congratulations, Otto.
Great little place, too. Beautiful.
And we didn't have to redraw.
Look at that, eh? We didn't even have to tell anybody. Ans, what's the matter with that? Right. No.
Number four. Peter, you read this one. I've been doing a lot. My mouth is getting a little dry here.
I would never believe your mouth is getting too dry to talk. Okay, but number four.
By the way, I just had an emergency note dropped off.
You see what I just said, folks? He'd never see. Okay, go.
Fishingcanada.com is down.
Oh my, Angelo.
Somebody scheduled a scheduled maintenance on the site right now when we were up doing a live event.
That's typical of us right there, you know.
No, it's not typical of me. I didn't schedule. I didn't okay that. What do you mean typical of us?
Our luck. How about that? It's typical of our luck.
Yeah. Anyways, apparently it's down. So apologies to you folks who are trying to get on it. We will be back up and running soon. What else can I tell you?
At 4:30 jeez. Oh my
I knew things were going too damn smooth.
Exactly. You get Otto hit his perfect drive too. You thought, okay, that's right on. Then all of a sudden the news comes in, Angelo. Okay, the story for the number 4 position. You were doing the story first and then the name, correct? Is that the way you were doing this, or were you saying?
I put the name of the story, the name. Oh yes, the story first, and then the person who wrote it.
The name of the story is "My Three Beauties Together," and that was a good picture too.
There you go.
My idea of a dream fishing trip would be anywhere in Northern Ontario with my 3 daughters. It doesn't have to have all the bells and whistles, but it sure would be nice. Just being in nature, looking at the stars, possibly northern lights, and fishing. It would bring back fond memories of family trips from years ago. I haven't seen them together much since the pandemic started, as one lives in the U.S. for school and cannot cross the border. It was the first Christmas season our family didn't spend together, and it would be nice to win a trip and spend it with them if possible. Thank you, and good luck to everyone. Fantastic. What a great story. That is so good. And obviously the name is there, Terry Boisiano. So Terry, congratulations on a fantastic story.
There he is.
Position.
How you doing, boys?
Good. Yourself, buddy?
Good, thank you.
Well done, buddy.
First of all, congratulations. Outstanding work.
Well, thank you for doing this to begin with. So.
Our pleasure, man.
Our pleasure.
I got to tell you something. We were rooting. That picture is just outstanding, and to put that up, most people might look at that and say, "What's that got to do with winning a fishing trip?" But man, I think it was 50% of the reason you won was that picture.
I think so too.
So I don't know if the intention is to get all 3 of them on a trip or not, but you kind of owe them.
Well, I'd like to. One's actually going to be moving to England very soon, so.
Oh,
wow.
Hopefully I can do something early, before she goes. So
I can tell that Jessica wants to go. That's for sure. She's in there.
Well, there's the other one.
Baby's in there now. Okay, perfect.
So I don't think we need to ask you how you accomplished this, because I think your daughters had a lot to do with drumming up the votes. But tell us, how did you put this victory together?
Well, another thing, on Facebook with my friends, I'm not really computer savvy, don't use it that much, but, I just put it out there and, even like family and that, brothers and sisters. But yeah, my 3 daughters, I think, there's the other one now.
Yeah.
There she is.
All 3
but they had a lot to do with it, yes. So,
that's great.
And the other thing I did, I don't know if, you guys know about it or not, but I had emailed because, one lives in the States now for school and that. And I have relatives and friends over there and in Great Britain too, right? So I remember sending an email asking if it's knowing that they can't win a trip, right, can they still vote for me?
Absolutely.
And then, sent an email back, said, yeah, that'll work. It's, oh, okay. So wow. I think that probably helped a lot too. So
for sure.
Well, think about it. If you can convince, which you did obviously, and did it so well, if you can convince one person to vote for you each day of the month that this the voting is open to, that's 30 just from that one person. Right. You multiply that by the number of people that are in your circle of influence, your social media group, your personal circle, your family, your friends. That number adds up real quick. And we're finding out just how quick it does add up by watching this every day. We're watching it unfold and we're watching it grow. And we're saying, wow, it's even surprising the heck out of us, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
just
for sure.
Just how it works. It's fantastic. It's
the other thing the last month that you had this and you mentioned about the Fishing Canada fan club. Mm-hmm. Well, I actually put a share on there too and humbly asked for votes. Now I know I got quite a few likes, so maybe that helped too. So.
Yeah, you might have got votes out of it too. Absolutely.
So you owe a big thank you to Uncle Jack, who runs the fan club for us. So
yeah. Thanks, Jack.
Exactly.
Terry, where do you live, Terry?
In Essex, Ontario, just outside of Windsor. So,
wow.
But and the fishing down here is amazing. Like the walleye fishing is just incredible. The Detroit River. The last 5 years I've been fishing the same spot all summer long, and I still, almost a limit every time out. It's but there's nothing like being up in Northern Ontario.
So you are about as extreme in terms of distance. You're probably as far as anybody in the province is from Northern Ontario, right? Because you're down.
Doesn't matter.
But my question is, how far have you traveled into Northern Ontario to go fishing?
We've, a couple of buddies and we've done quite a few. I've been out to like Northwestern Ontario, and all over. It's funny. Some of my friends at work. Well, when I'm retired now, thankfully, but. When I was there, the one guy used to, he knows everywhere in Northern Ontario. And one of my buddies was showing me pictures of his deer hunt. And it was up near, I believe, Nestor Falls, which is near Lake of the Woods, right?
Yeah.
And he's showing me pictures and I goes, that looks like so-and-so camp. And he went, it is. How'd you know that? And the other guy, he goes, well, he told you he's been all over Ontario, right? So, I mean, my dad was born up north. And that's who put the fishing bug in me, and I just can't get rid of it. And then I hope, I put it. My daughters love to fish too. So
good
that's
for you.
Great.
You're blessed. You're blessed, man. So one thing I do need to point out to you, which is going to be even more difficult for you to make a decision, but this is a trip for two.
Right? Yeah, I know.
You've got 4.
Yeah.
So one thing I would like to point out to you is that the whole concept behind this Great Ontario Getaway Giveaway is to see if we can reach out and help some of these independent little businesses throughout the province called lodges and fishing operators and resorts and stuff. And it was to see if we could give them a little bit of help. Number one, financially, because we're paying for all of these trips. And they're getting paid for it, in other words. And number two, just to spread the word and heighten awareness about these incredible entrepreneurs that live among us in this province that get so little recognition for the hard work they do. And the only reason I'm throwing this out there is because this might be a perfect opportunity for you to maybe, wherever you end up going, maybe cutting a deal to see if you can pay something to get the other 2 daughters in with you.
Right.
So,
yeah.
So it could be a win-win for everybody in this case.
Or you could have all 3 of them do an arm wrestling tournament, and then the winner takes all.
Or you could just throw in the towel and say, guess what, guys? I want Pete and Ange to go on this trip and just give us the trip. And we'll go.
There you go. Yeah. Well, I met you guys about 3 or 4 years ago at the Sportsman Show in Toronto. But,
how was that? How'd that work out for you?
Oh, that was fine. Great guy, great people. It was awesome. But I'll tell you one. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that, but but some of the other guys that were there weren't so accommodating. Like.
You can say that. You can say that on our live cast.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with saying that, because we bitch and complain about that too. To be very honest with you, because Pete and I don't understand how it's even humanly possible. But we've seen what you're talking about in action, and it behooves us completely. Pete and I have never lost sight of where we came from and who we are, and that will never change. It is who we are, right? So. Yeah. But anyway,
and I've been watching your show since day one too. So when Reno was there with you.
Oh boy!
And Mike Miller, and actually Mike Miller is my cousin, but he might not remember. I haven't seen him since he was like a little tyke. But I remember seeing a show you did with him on the Detroit River. Right. And he talked about coming down to see his grandma. Yeah, and
Oh my God! What a small world. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's insane. All right, Terry, there's only one thing left.
Okay.
It's time to hang on before you push that wheel, Nick. Terry, is there anything in particular that you're looking for in a trip?
Not really, but
good man.
Whatever I can get.
Good stuff. That's great.
Let's find out what it is. Spinner,
okay.
Nick.
Moose corn?
Oh, moose corn.
Another one.
That's a long drive.
Yeah, that's good. When they're long drives, they can be good, buddy. You know that.
Yeah, well, that's out at, I believe that's out in northwestern Ontario. There's another moose horn lodge, which is around Chapleau, which I went to a couple of years ago. That was very nice too. But I know I've looked at their website, so.
Oh, Dave McLaughlin just filled us in. It's Chapleau. That's the place you're going, buddy.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful cottages. They redid the cottages there, and then they give you the lake that you're on's not a great, the fishing's not that great, but they give you a boat, motor, and trailer, and then they got maps of all these other lakes, and you can get into.
That's fantastic. We do that.
Actually, I was thinking of going Crownland camping up there when it's available, because there's a couple spots that But yeah, it's such a beautiful area up there.
Good for you.
Fantastic.
But see, that's what I was thinking. Somebody says in Sioux Lookout. I'm not sure if that's the one, but
I have to assume David McLaughlin knows.
Okay.
For those of you who are not familiar with David, not only is he with Destination Northern Ontario, he also owns a wonderful operation in its own right. It's Lodge 88, and so I'm assuming David. Knows that is the Chapleau one that you're talking about. So
we'll make sure. We'll an email. We'll make sure for once we get it. The boys.
Actually, I've been up that area the last 2 years. So.
Oh, perfect. Good. And Kathleen Dwyer Robinson says, "Wow, Moosehorn, amazing place, amazing cottages. Stayed there before, so that's it. Good stuff. Congratulations, Terry. Awesome. Thank you very much for participating in us.
Job well done. Congratulations to your daughters and the work that they did too. They obviously a lot of boost.
I'll give them all a big hug when I can.
Perfect.
Thank you. Take care, buddy.
All right, thanks, guys.
Enjoy your trip.
Wow, that's exciting. I mean, especially if it is the place he went to before, that'd be super.
And I bet you'll have no problem getting the daughters in either, and something like that too, because that'll be a drive-to lodge, so it'll be very convenient to get extra people. So that'd be a really nice trip for them all.
Kelvin reports in. It's located on McClellan Lake, where the dominant species is walleye. Walleye fishing on our lake is good, with walleyes being common in the 1 to 3 pound range. Well, I'm envisioning a lot of shore lunches happening.
Like daily, twice daily.
Thanks, Kelvin.
And I like the idea. It's Sioux Lookout. Sorry, David.
Sorry. So David,
that might even be better because it's a new one for him too. So
yep, perfect.
Okay, somebody slap David on the hand, please. Okay. David, Martin up. We're going to make sure of it. Don't worry, Terry. We're going to make sure of everything for sure.
Jessica says, we're all going to be going for sure. We'll make that happen. Nice. Nice, Jessica.
That's so fantastic. You guys are going to love this.
How special is that?
That's
Dad
amazing.
and 4 daughters going fishing.
Oh. It is absolutely amazing.
Unbelievable.
So, good for them.
So far, we're batting 1,000 today. So I'm tickled pink, which brings us to the last and final winner for this month. I don't want anybody to get discouraged that they didn't win this month. There are 2 months left to go. That's another 10 trips left to go. And then when we're done that, there's going to be easily another 10 that we're going to do just as a random draw. But they'll all depend on your participation. If you don't get in, if you don't get voting, if you don't open accounts, if you don't do all the things that all of these folks have been doing, you will for sure not win. So don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. There's lots of great Ontario getaways still to be given away. So make sure that that you jump right on board. We're going to announce what the new contest, which starts after our site opens. Obviously, it's down, but whenever that opens,
it's supposed to start at 4:00, right? But
right.
Obviously, it's,
so that's a bit of a problem. So things didn't go perfectly well today.
You know what? It's still even for everybody. As soon as it opens up, the voting's available for everybody. So you just gotta stay on it.
And we will be telling you right after we announce the 5th and final winner what the theme of this month's contest is. So you'll have a chance to really give some thought to the theme and write a nice, simple 1 paragraph, just like that. Nothing crazy. 1 nice paragraph, very concise. Heartwarming if that's what it takes, and also an image, some kind of photograph that ties the story and you together. And the reason is it's got to be compelling because you're looking for votes. Remember that. This is all about votes. We get hundreds of people this month sent in one-liners. Like one simple line. Yeah, I like walleye fishing. And a picture of them holding a walleye. Well, with all due respect, aside from yourself, who are you going to please with that? Right? So, no, but it's true. So you need to put
think about Amanda's picture and her story. If you look at that picture, that probably just drew her over the line almost to first place. You know what I mean? So
that's genius.
That had a huge influence. So
that's genius.
Yeah.
For them to dig that picture up, you know? Anyways, number 5. Would you like to do the honors? I did the first 3, so I'll leave you to the last 2.
Number 5 is called Dreams. My fishing trip of a lifetime would be a getaway with my husband. We have been together for over 20 years now. He is my partner in so many adventures. To make this trip of a lifetime, I just need him by my side. Fishing the boat would be great too, especially if I put in more in there. Good for you. That's Dale Xylon, maybe? I'm not sure how we pronounce that name.
Xylon.
Congratulations, Dale, and your husband. And you're gonna as long as you out fishing. Hey, Dale, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Congratulations. Exelon.
You're gonna kick Exelon? Oh, see, I'm Xylon. Where the heck? There's no Z in there, right?
Everybody does.
The Xylons were on Star Trek, weren't they? Or the one of those series. Congratulations, Dale. So first of all, I have to ask you, first of all, great job.
Thank you.
Is there anything you can share with us? Anything you can share with the folks right now who are all grumbling and maybe down on themselves because they were expecting to win this month, but they didn't? Is there anything you can share with them that might, put them over the top for next month?
For me, it was sharing it in the groups, the Fishing Canada fan page and some of the other groups that I'm in. I just shared it, got family and friends involved. And my husband's coworkers, one of them happens to be Raven.
Oh, no way.
So I had her vote every day.
Nice.
And the funny thing is I won and my husband didn't, but we both made top 10.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I won.
By the way, but I have to interrupt this. An old special friend of Pete and I, Ronnie, Robson just pointed out, it was Battlestar Galactica that the Xylons lived on, not Star Trek. Like, thank you, Ronnie.
Arnie, you're the man, buddy. Rockin' and Arnie. Thanks, brother.
There's no secret. It's just a matter of making sure that you get the word out, right?
Exactly. Lots of sharing. Lots of, come on, people, vote.
Yeah.
Now, did this become a daily thing for you to remind people or to, post it and all that kind of thing?
Not quite daily. My husband would say I'm a good pain in the ass, but I just kept reminding people and encouraging them to vote.
Where are you from, Dale? Where do you live?
Currently, we're in Sudbury, Ontario.
I was going to say, I think he said Raven's your friend. I said, I wonder if they're from Sudbury as well. So
we are.
Cool.
But I actually grew up in Killarney.
Oh, nice.
On the Georgian Bay.
Beautiful. Two great areas for sure. And they're not that far apart, really, right? They're just Sudbury's just north.
My school trip was to Sudbury every day.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Have you and your husband been to, I'm sure you have, living in Sudbury, been to an outpost or a fishing lodge or anything of that type?
We have, but I actually grew up working at the Killarney Mountain Lodge, which is one of the
Nice.
So kind of fingers crossed that I don't get hometown. I could stay at mom's.
That's funny. That wouldn't that be something? Yeah, we've been to, but it's a great lodge too. Killarney Mountain Lodge. It is. It's a beauty, and we had outstanding fishing when we were there too. So it's a nice place. The hosts were great.
Well, I have to say, when I worked there, it was for Mr. and Mrs. East, and it was a long time. And Holden's done a lot of amazing things with Killarney Mountain Lodge since he's taken over.
Yeah, for sure. He's done a great job. So.
Well, I guess there's only one thing that remains here, isn't there? Let's find out where you're going.
Fingers crossed.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Here we go. Where she stops, nobody knows. Don't be Killarney. It's not Killarney.
Menquist.
Sorry, Holden. There's nothing against you, buddy. You know the story.
We'll find out where that is here. I'm sure we'll get filled in here in a couple of moments. In the meantime, I will let you know that these trips can be fulfilled either this calendar year or right up until the end of 22. So it's not like you've got to panic and get everything, pack the bags. Although if it was me, I'd be packing my bags already. The minute you heard you won, they'd be packed.
Your buddy Raven, did you see the pictures she sent back from her
They're
trip?
gorgeous.
Oh my God. They killed it out there. They had they got on the train. They got on the train.
She kills it no matter where she goes though.
Is she? Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
She is an avid fisher.
Yes. Good for her. Yeah. Good for her. Well, they took advantage of a real, a fast turnaround. And it worked out great for them. So that's fantastic.
So it was funny though, because when I said that I got fifth place, or I said that I was got placed in it, my husband and my son and everybody kept messaging me, "You're getting Killarney. You're getting Killarney." And I started laughing. I said, "It would be my dad's best friend that took me out fishing." So
that would have been too coincidental. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Anyways, our folks will get a hold of you and fill you in on the details. They'll make the connection between you. The people at Noto will reach out to you, and they'll be actually your gateway to your adventure. They'll set it all up and give you all the instructions, and you get to meet the owners before you actually meet them. You'll get to meet them virtually, and everything will be ironed out. You'll figure it all out.
Thank you so much, and thanks to everyone who voted for us.
Way to go, Dale. Congratulations.
Thanks,
fantastic.
Guys.
Take care. Enjoy your trip. Great stuff.
What's Jason saying? Hey, guys, how are you? Sorry, I'm late. How dare you be late? What's up with that?
Look below what he just said, though. He could be late with that kind of news. I'm up northern Lake Temiskaming. It was my birthday yesterday, and I caught a 32-inch 13-pound walleye. That is a mutant of a fish. That is fantastic.
Wow. By the way, hot off the press just came in. Our site is up.
Back up.
We're up and running.
The game is on. The new game is on.
So that means that we need to tell folks that this is the good news, the old good news and bad news. The bad news is the rest of you haven't won yet. The good news is that we're starting right now with a brand new leg of the Great Ontario Getaway Giveaway, which means that everybody's got a chance to win now. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be the best month ever. I just have this feeling. So can we put up the theme for this month? The boys behind the glass have that ability.
What is your fondest childhood fishing memory? That's a good one. I like that. It's a tough one too, though, right? You might have like me. I got hundreds of them, like, with so many of them. So some people are easy.
But think of what the purpose of this is for. You want a compelling story to garner votes. That's the key. So when you're looking into your bag,
my stories wouldn't get votes. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just throwing this out there before we sign off here, because this will be the last time we talk to folks until it's too late. So I just want to make sure that they fully understand. Pick something that you think people are going to say, wow, that's a great story. I'm going to give this person a vote. And not only am I going to give them a vote, but I'm going to come back every day and vote for them, because I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that they win. Yeah. That's the type of story that you need, and the type of image to go along with it, right?
Yeah, you know what? This is a great time to put your childhood image up there. If you have a picture of you, the little sunfish with a big walleye, whatever it is. Sometimes these kid pictures are so fantastic. If you've been holding it back forever, this is the time to put it up there and make your story worth it too. That'll be great. I love it. I love it. By the way,
that Memquist Lodge, according to Calvin, is in West Bay of Lake Nipissing.
She that's just the opposite side of the road for her in Killarney. So
well, it's not Killarney.
No, it's not Killarney. Exactly. Good for her. You know what? She might not have ever fished Nipissing, and that's a dynamic body of water. My God.
If you're still watching, make your way down to oh wow. I just got wind of this area on Nipissing when I went up to look at that lodge, Pete.
Yeah.
What area was that in?
Oh my God. You went there.
I know, but I can't remember what I did this morning, for God's sakes. I can only count on you.
You didn't go there this morning, but you went there.
Anyway, it's a great body of water. You're going to enjoy it.
Oh, it's amazing. The amount of water in that West End is just, it's incredible. And there largemouth, smallmouth, muskie, pike, sheephead. There's everything there. So that's a good trip.
So somebody wants to know if you're going to be going back up towards the Miskaming area, and this time to bring me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Temiskaming, for those that have never fished it, it is an amazing body of water that's very, very unique. It's the headwaters of the Ottawa River, number one. And it is one long, deep body of water. It's so cool. It starts out at the Temiskaming shores, they call it now, I believe. I'm not sure. But anyways, and then it works down south, and it's just like a big gorge almost by the end of it. It just goes straight down to the 300 feet of water. These walleye suspend sometimes in 20 feet down and 300 feet of water. Some of them are on sand flats down at the end. It's a very diverse body of water. And then there's big smallmouth too. We got some big smallmouth too. So I'd love to take you out. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Jason. We may be hanging out with you. Yeah, we got to go back up. We have to get back up there.
But you forget the gist of what was said there. This time, take Angelo along with you.
Yeah. I said we.
Well, you got to be more specific. We could be general. I mean, there's a lot of we's in your life. Okay, he was talking specifically about this we.
You're talking about we, the Montreal Canadiens. We.
You had to say that. Eh? You just had to throw that in. Eh? We were almost off the air, finished, but you just had to sneak that one in to hurt me, didn't you? All right.
Wait.
Anyway, don't forget, folks, this month's Great Ontario Giveaway Getaway. The theme is, what is your fondest childhood fishing memory? I think this is probably the best theme of all of them we've had so far. And I think it's going to be Richard, where is he? Go Habs, go. I knew Richard Corkum would be a Habs fan. Why did I know that?
Just because of his his persistence in the contest, in the caption contest. How's that? We're going to put up a Habs versus Leafs thing, and we're going to see what Richard's caption would be to that. You know what I mean? I can only imagine.
Speaking about the caption, did we not have a winner on the caption contest this month yet?
I don't know. Ask that kid.
Okay, one of you from the crack research department. Come on here, Nick or Jordan.
Crack.
Yeah. How about the caption contest? What's going on with that?
Can't hear you, Nick. Can't hear you. Can't hear you, Nick.
Oh yeah, you can't hear me.
There.
Okay. Caption contest closed up.
Okay.
The winners picked.
Well, why didn't we know about it?
Because the website's been down for the past hour and
don't give us that bullshit.
11 minutes.
That's Nick right there to a T, everybody. Right there to a T.
Okay.
Well, he got it
What do
perfect.
you want
He
me
found
to
that
do?
website went down for
When the
14
website
seconds.
goes down-
And he said, okay, everybody.
Hey, if the car breaks, I can't go to work. If the website's down, I can't publish the winner.
So then do
Come
this.
on.
Do this for us.
All right.
Obviously, you're going to publish it, but we might have some of the winners on. In fact, there's a lot of folks right now who are probably waiting to find out who won and didn't win. Can you give us the 5 finalists first of all?
I can give you the 5 finalists and the winner.
Okay, well, give us the 5 finalists in order that they finished in. So starting with number 5.
Starting with number 5. Well, number 5 is number 5, and number 5 is good news. I found your watch, Pete. Now, if I can...
I love that one.
That's
That
a
was
good
Richard,
one.
wasn't it?
That's a
No,
good one.
that was a
from
good-
Robert W.
Okay,
Robert,
right.
no.
That was a
Number
good
four
one. We both
was-
laughed.
Or number 4 actually was number 1, and it was, what were you expecting? Roses? And that was from Kevin J.
Okay.
That was a
I
good
think
one.
number 4 was actually number 1. What does that mean?
Because if you looked at the finalist post that I put up on Monday, Mr. Bowman, you'd see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Correct.
Not
But-
in any particular, just how they're labeled.
Not in any order. Okay.
No.
So we
But
just
that
want them in
one-
order. 5th place up. That's what we want. 5th place, 4th place, 3rd place, 2nd place, 1st place. That's it.
All right.
Simple.
Whatever. Third
Number
place.
3.
Number 3 was Beam Me Up, Scotty. I just seen the captain's log.
I love
That
that
was
one,
from
too.
Rick.
That's Rick. That was from Rick there.
The runner-up for this month's caption contest was No Chili for Pete on the next trip, and that was submitted by Gordon H.
I know the
True.
one that won. I know the one that won, and it was my favorite. I laughed so hard at this one. I'm sure of it.
And the winner of this month's caption contest number 4
We should have the
is-
picture up. We should be having this picture up. It's kinda-
Well, I was not informed that we'd be talking about the caption contest today.
well, the website was down.
Well-
You know that, right? So, okay, go ahead. It was
Yeah.
Angelo with a Russian Army gas mask on, coming out of the outhouse. How's that? Okay, now picture the next caption here.
All right. And the caption is, "This ice hut stinks, but the brown trout are huge."
I love it.
That was so. I died laughing when I read that one. That was so good.
And who authored that beautiful piece of work?
That beautiful piece of work was done by Bill L. And
Bill-
Bill will be receiving an email here shortly.
Bill L. By the way,
Bill L.
I just want to acknowledge Rick Corcoran on not finishing number 3 today, because I think that's the highest he's come in. The only reason I've mentioned him is Richard is our resident East Coaster, but he is the most prolific, and I mean prolific, supplier of captions for our photos that we have. And I was rooting for him. I was rooting for him on this one. I really thought he could win it.
Now
Because-
that you know he's a
because-
Habs fan, is you going to root for him now or no?
Not anymore. Not so much.
Because-
Sorry, Rick.
You're done, Rick.
Because you two didn't give me enough time here to pull up the photo, I got the photo now, so now everyone can see it. That's
There
what
it
it looks
is.
like.
There
That's
it is.
you. I actually now have that gas mask. It's currently in my basement.
That's right. It is.
It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool.
I think that was from Hasty Lake, if I'm
That's
not
the
mistaken.
Hasty Lake shitter right there. That's exactly what that is.
All right. Well, that's it. So don't forget to get into the Great Ontario Getaway giveaway. Also, we have a new caption contest starting when?
starting next week.
Next week. Get in on that. Congratulations to all the winners today for both contests. We really appreciate your participation.
David McLaughlin, hope you noticed I'm no longer offering misinformation.
Thanks, David.
Oh, that's awesome.
Have a great month, folks. We won't talk to you until a month from today, I guess it will be. All the best of luck. Stay safe. Hopefully next time we talk, we'll all be out of the cave running freely like we were meant to run. And we'll put all this pandemic stuff behind us by then, hopefully. All right. On behalf of the entire Fishing Canada crew, Nick, Jordan, Monique, Peter Bowman, I'm Angelo Viola. Have a great weekend coming up. Long weekend. Canada Day long weekend. I forgot all about it. Have a good one. Take care.
Bye, guys.